Hello, gamers! It has been a while. I'm sure you can probably tell by the DSLR, which I still need to get used to looking into instead of the viewfinder. There isn't really a point to anything that I'm doing right now or will be doing over the next few minutes. It was just kind of, I guess, a bridge between the new and what I consider to be the old. And I consider it to be the old because everything that has been seen over the last, God, however long, was made, produced, edited, written, blah, 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 about, a year ago. Multiple reasons why, many of which probably aren't valid enough for me to warrant them necessarily good enough reasons. I would just say that I did spend the time, and I've mentioned this before on that community post. You know, I mean, there have been so many, I do not know what I'm saying. There have been many projects, basically, and every time I've tried to figure out the direction which they were going to go in, they've not been bad ideas, they've just not been reproducible or good enough to a point where I consider them to be better than what was before, because I look back and it's just sort of, there was a time where there was a direction and then things got wavy, and it's sort of to not necessarily put it back on the same trajectory but a better one. And there are ideas to do that, but some that I can't do reproductively by myself. So I changed the things I could, kept the things I could, and there's some sort of source in the middle, you know. But anyway, a little about what's been happening the last year. We had a project which was going to be sort of just a shit ton of like Soviet-style posters that I was just gonna, I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. I'd just get a Twitter bot to like spam them constantly all over the internet. I don't know why. I'm sorry, okay? I didn't do it for a reason. Another one was that 10 games for 10 YouTubers thing. So I'd start off with one, get recommended another one, then recommended another one, then another, then another, then another, which I still think is a good idea. It's just, I'm not organized enough to be able to realistically collate with multiple people right now about a project, and that's fully on me, you know. I accept that flaw where I can. It will gradually get better over time, but it's still not to a point where I would consider that project viable, but it's in the works. I'd like to do it again one day, give it another try, and maybe get further than 2. Another one was Project Tower, which essentially, I don't know if you guys remember Statville from forever ago. It was going to be a sort of skyscraper that grew with, was it every sub? I think it was. And it would essentially, for those which had names, I wrote an algorithm to scrape all of the names, and then it would automatically convert them into 3D model nameplates, and then the rest of them I would just do it by number. And then for each person it would be a new desk, and then I think there was like 100 and something desks on a floor. I have pictures of it which I'm sure I'll flash up, and there would be like every single day there'd be different changes. So like, I don't know, a coffee shop would be added, or new mice would be added, blah 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 blah. And it would essentially, for each new level would be a new, I think it was 100 or 500, it was something, it was a shit ton, but it was a lot. And it was essentially that every single person would have their physical name on a badge at a desk, and I was going to try and upload it as an actual game or interactive experience. I managed to do a fair portion of it. It was going to be a daily thing, and I'd rather get to a point where I can just say, hello person, that's all you, because I'd still like to do it. It's again just, can I realistically, it probably wouldn't take longer than like an hour, but can I realistically make changes to an Unreal Engine project, push them, have it uploaded, have it be updated, add new names, add new this every single day? I think if I were to do it, I would either get bored very quickly, cut corners, or just purely not be able to do it. Also, in case you couldn't already tell, this is just an excuse for me to get used to this camera lens and lighting setup. This is basically just a recant of everything which I have thought of over the last year. What else is there? Let's have a look, because I've got a list of projects here. Nico Omanana game, that was fucking shit. Oh yeah, HDR. I was experimenting with HDR, and I did in that newest one. Yeah, did it upload it in HDR? Let's have a look. Didn't. Oh, well, that's fucking good. Okay, even worse than I thought. Brilliant. But yeah, I was experimenting with HDR. If anyone was thinking about doing it, don't. There's so many different HDR standards, so many different color spaces, so much effort, essentially, that goes into it for little very, very little reward. Like, it wouldn't just be the desktop recording, which would have to be HDR, but the camera, which would have to be HDR. All of the assets would even need to be, there is a word for it, inverse tone mapping, and that's a whole other space that I can't be asked for. So, probably won't be coming anytime soon, or definitely won't be coming anytime soon, especially because the vast majority of people who watch on desktop do not have HDR capable monitors. Phones, it's not so much of an issue, so it may just be if it were to go into the short form space, those would maybe be inverse tone mapped, or etc, etc. New camera, got right behind me a lovely view of Canary Wharf as well. I would flip it around, but it would just absolutely give away exactly where I live, because it is a very, very obvious building that I live in, I won't lie. I also changed the default channel description, the profile picture, the banner, blah, 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 blah. I want to redo all of that. Profile picture's probably fine for now. Banner, fine for now. All those links and stuff need to change, though. Need to change, oh my god, that dead Discord server as well. Holy shit, that was a mistake to even make in the first place. I'm so sorry for that. But yeah, Discord profile picture is kind of the same as the YouTube one, actually. But Twitter, Instagram, blah, 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 all need to be added, changed. Because, I mean, my description for the last 5 years has been Instagram, don't have one. That's just not true, by the way. That's literally not true. I just forgot the login, so I could do that today, to be fair. I'll just do that now. New thumbnail styles, been experimenting. I thought I found one that I liked where it was like comparison one side to the other. I thought I liked it because everyone else did it. Personally, I actually don't. I much prefer just having the main person in frame with some stuff going on in the background. You don't see a lot of it, so there's not a whole lot of inspiration to go off of. I like it though, so I'm gonna do it if I can figure it out. New, not that this matters, Premiere plugins, just to make things go, you know, 100 times faster. Brand new effects, After Effects. I fucking learned After Effects and made half of those things or edited them all on my own. Very proud. There was fucking loads. I picked from a group of like 100. I picked like 30 and then condensed it down to 20. And then I picked 10 and I really hated those 10 when I had them in practice. So I switched it to get the theming right, get the theming better. It's going for like an 8-bit style, which is really interesting to do, especially when it comes to 4K HDR, which is what I was aiming for. Now I think 4K is probably just what I'll do because it's just 100 times easier. But 4K, pixelated stuff, it's a fine line to tread because it's really weird to explain, but if the anti-aliasing is just off, it looks fuzzy and blurry and horrible. If it's too sharp, it looks, again, horrible. It's just, there's a very, it's harder than it seems just getting pixels. It's a lot harder than it seems. I'm finally wearing something other than that jacket. I thought it would be a nice theming thing to have. It's in my wardrobe somewhere, I can get it out. But I thought it would be a nice theming thing to have that jacket, but purple, blue, and black turns out very, very annoying to record with, especially in HDR when you're trying to color grade and those fucking colors would just go very, very bright and yeah. Never again. Never again. HDR, too many hours of my life wasted. Never again. I have got like a whole notepad thing of just all of the changes I need to make in the future. Like I've got one in all caps. Do hair before recording. Holy shit, it was a mess last time. I don't know what was wrong with me. Like it looks fine now. It looks quite. Sorry, I am just looking at my viewfinder now. Yeah, white lighting as well. These, literally every single LED in that computer can be individually changed. Does that mean I need to do that though? Fuck no. Shining on my face, especially with, once again, old reliable HDR, it was a mess. It was a mess. Oh, also I did like custom water cooling. There's my little pump. Took me ages, by the way. I had to learn how to do that. It took me like a month. Custom water cooling. Fucking exploded water everywhere like 3 times. Oh, new camera. This isn't actually mine, it is being rented, but it's kind of, I'm in a position where I can rent it every single week, so it's not a problem. But yeah, camera, not using an iPhone 13 anymore. Oh, that's another thing. 17 Pro, hell yeah. I was gonna get the Pro Max, but I've got little like baby hands, and the Pro Max was just like fucking massive. I mean, this is the Pro with my hand. This is fine. I can reach around, you know, with this. I'm also looking at the viewfinder again. The main reason I'm holding this mic is because I have the boom arm. It's just here. It's just, well, it's just fallen out is what it's just done. I'll fix that later. That's fine. But yes, it's essentially the camera setup. I was gonna have it flipped the other way, but natural light. It turns out cameras really don't like those unless they're shining in your face, then they really like it. So I don't have a place to put this because it's just empty space in front of me. But I don't know, I like it. It's like having something to wave around, you know. It'll probably fuck with the audio a little bit, but another thing is just like, I used to write everything word for word and it really fucking showed. Whereas now it's kind of gonna be, I have a plan, I follow the plan, I keep everything recording at all times. And then just sort of, it's kind of how I used to do it, but it's going to be smarter this way. It won't be recording at all times, but just when I know I'm about to do something, I'll maybe put it on and waste like 5 minutes or so. Will it be quicker? Maybe, especially for like B-roll stuff. I'll just do like, I'll record the voiceover while I'm doing the B-roll, because that just saves having to match VO to B-roll, and it just, that's what took the most time, just doing bullshit like matching audio up to the actual footage. I had a system, the system was stupid, it's fine, we're changing it, we'll see how it goes. Oh, and also to fucking actually talk into the microphone. Last time it was like over here and it sounded horrible, and never again. A lot of the time I spent on that latest video was fixing fucking recording errors. Like, I spent, I don't know, an hour or two recording, and then like 40 hours fucking editing, and probably half of that was just need to fix color grading, need to fix audio, need to match stuff up. So that should all be wiped out. It should be way more simple. I mean, this is piss easy. This is just, I can literally whack it straight in, look for where the audio goes up, cut out the divots, and then just slice it together. Like, this is basically all one take. And then Josh, you can like insert that clip where it falls down. You can keep this bit in as well, I don't mind. Hey guys. And I mean, I'm looking at other stuff. It's basically just a new structure, layout, very, very boring shit. But I mean, I guess the best way to show it is to actually show it. So I'm gonna record my next video, and we will see if it works or if I go for another like year. Bye.